Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel Twist&Turn with Neville. If it's your first time joining me, thank you very much. And if you are a returning subscriber, you know what we do. Sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Without any waste of time, let's get to today's video. As we all know that this Meyiwa trial, it's a trial that involves an incident that happened in 2014 and manje siku 2024, a decade later, yet the case has not yet been finalized. And today I'm going to take you through some of the things that has happened throughout this trial from way back, but those things lezo zinto lezo akukho la zisimixe khona. We've had a number of witnesses ezike zafika zatestifier, and we've had ama-dockets awu-2 and nakhona istori sawo lawo ma-dockets ukuvela kwawo. Well, without any waste of time, let's get to that. Le case yango 2014 involve ama-docket ayi-2. There's a docket numbered 63610 of 2014, which is the original document elavulwa immediately after the incident happened. All right, that docket frames the case as a botched robbery, as we all heard when all this thing happened. It was a robbery, and then whatever. And then there's a second docket 375 1 of 2019, was opened by a different investigative team in 2019, which means lelo qala angazi ukuthi bal invalidate kanjani ukuthi kuze kube khona leli lesi2. And this is sad because this is a case involve ama families angakabi ne closure till this day. This thing happened in 2014. Senzo lost his life, and then his father passed on. Iqiniso lingakaveli namanje likakaveli. We're still waiting to know ukuthi ubani who pulled the trigger. We've all heard speculations and everything. Itoris vela ukuthi this is there are many versions of how this thing happened the way it happened, because ayibe basendlini bakhuluma sabi story, and nathi istory sasithola ku media at the time, it was a different story. So right now we are sitting with a problem. This case is not going anywhere. Instead, it's a battle between state and the defense, because if you look at it in a way, this whole thing, they are framing people who know nothing, and it's a very sad thing, because when you look at it, you begin to see ukuthi kushuthi baningi abantu abaframekile, baningi abantu abake baframeka before for crimes that they didn't even commit, because ziningi izinto ezizavela zivela kanjani during ama witnesses when they were on the stand during a cross examination. That's where some of these things were picked up. This is what happened. Like in this case, Yaga Meyiwa, the one that is ongoing, it's still an active trial after 10 years. And if the only thing I can say about this trial is that it makes the justice system of this country a mockery. Other countries, when they are looking at what is happening through this trial, the way this thing is like a big joke. It is a big joke, because there's no solution. Ayiyi phambili. Instead, kwenzeka nje lezi zinto ezenzekayo. And now bese sikhuluma nge-issue yama witnesses that have ever taken the stand. I'm not going to mention all of them, but some of the witnesses that have yet taken the stand so far since this trial started. It includes, those witnesses include police officers, forensic experts, cell phone analysts, and those present at the scene during the murder. Zonke lezi zinto, bonke labantu laba, bonke these people, if you collect everything that was said by them still failile yonke leyo nto leyo to bring us to a place whereby we now say we do have a solution. Here's the way forward. Here's what needs to be done. Here's the outcome, and then the case is closed. But no, the case is still active, even in 2024. It's a decade already, exactly a decade, because this thing happened in 2014, no, October. This year it's 2024, October. As of the recording of this video, 8:25 today, which means tomorrow, vele it's a decade straight. But the solution is not there. The case ayindawo. Some of the witnesses that have taken the stand so far includes Constable Zungu, who brought a critical Constable Zungu, who was a critical witness who testified in early October 2023, placing the 5 accused at a hostel near the crime scene on the night of Meyiwa's murder. Omunye bese kuba uRaphado, who testified about the confessions made by 2 of the accused, Bongani Ntanzi Nomuzi Sbiya. His testimony was crucial in determining the admissibility of the confessions. Bese kuba uVivian Cronje, the magistrate who allegedly took the confession of one of the accused. Naye, she has been called multiple times during October last year. Bese kuba uKeninda, who has been a significant figure throughout the trial, called to testify again in mid-October 2024 as one of the last state witnesses. And then bese kuba uTumelo Madlala. This is interesting. It says here, a close friend of Meyiwa who was present at the scene of the murder, he testified in November 2022 and faced intense cross-examination, breaking down at times during his testimony. It's funny how all these people who were present at the scene failed to help or to assist indaba yale trial ukuthi ihlangane ifike to a conclusion whereby there would be a decision ukuthi now we are taking a decision ukuthi no, this trial has gone too far, now we are taking everything, we are concluding everything. It's funny how it happened. It's funny. Bese kuba ulona ubani Mthokozisi Thwala, who was a friend again, who was in the house at the time of the shooting. He finished his testimony in May last year, detailing the events leading up to Meyiwa's death. These are not all the witnesses that have taken the stand so far. Baningi, I just only mentioned these few. And again, there's another thing that happened during this trial. You know, if you were to count everything, yes, I think the video, if you were to record a video of that nature, it would take about the whole day mentioning all those things because this trial has been running for a very long time, and there's too much data that can be collected from those archives of all those videos that have yet surfaced. But emangaza kakhulu kunazo zonke, it's the fact that at one time during a cross-examination, I think it was Advocate Mshololo cross-examiner Umusiya, it was discovered ukuthi Umusiya what makafika laphayana as a forensic expert messed up everything there. Not like him messed up, but there were some of the things that he failed to do as a forensic expert. And it was also discovered ukuthi the people who were at the scene of the crime, they tampered with the evidence. And it's funny ukuthi yonke leyo nto leyo sekwazekile ukuthi benzeni. There was no punishment that was issued against those people who did what they did, like the one who cleaned out the crime scene. That was a deliberate act of tampering with the evidence. That was a deliberate act of tampering with the evidence. Why clean the crime scene if you are not involved? That's another thing. You begin to ask yourself, with this whole thing, okay, someone died, and then someone we are cleaner for what? What's their business with that? Because that story, they were hiding, they were drinking. I don't buy that story. I don't buy that story. Look at it this way. In South African law, tampering with a crime scene is a serious offense as it obstructs justice and hinders investigations. The person who deliberately tampers with a crime scene can face several legal consequences depending on the circumstance of tampering. Now, there are several ways where a person can tamper with the evidence, and it depends on the level of damage that was caused on that crime scene that was tampered. 1, obstruction of justice. That's one of the offense a person may get by tampering with the evidence. 2, defeating or obstructing the ends of justice. Number 3, accessory to the crime. 11, okay, fine, uyayicleana ilo evidence lapha. Uhlangana kanjani nalento le ayicleana lapha angekho involved? Because doing something like that, it's either you are covering yourself or you are covering for someone. Here we know ukuthi khona umuntu oshonile. Uyavela, we clean a crime scene, and everyone points ukuthi the person died here, and when we clean khona lapha, leonto le brings a very negative picture. It paints a very negative picture. It's not fair to the justice system to let such a person walk away free. There should have been something that had been done, but I don't know, maybe as the trial progresses, yonke leonto leyo masekwehle judgment nayo izo include. I don't know. I really don't know, because lento yenzeke laphayana, it's just a huge mess. Okay, number 3, accessory to crime. If the tampering was done to protect a perpetrator, the person could be charged as an accessory after the fact. This means that by tampering with the scene, they aided the criminal in evading justice, which is also a punishable offense. And then number 4, fines or imprisonment. The severity of the punishment depends on the impact of the tampering. Minor tampering could lead to fines, while several interference that significantly disrupts an investigation could lead to prison time, often decided by the court based on the specific circumstances. And there's one time lying again advocate in Shololo, when it was during a cross-examination yaga Musia, the forensic guy. It was during a cross-examination yaga Musia, and she read another document that was issued by the NDPP. And for that one, I'm gonna ask you as check this video, because it ends on May 8 this thing.
Director of Public Prosecution Cellphone had decided that the following people, my lord, be charged, which is number 1, Longwe Twala, number 2, Kelly Kumalo, number 3, Gladness Kumalo, number 4, Zandi Kumalo, number 5, Tumelo Madlala, number 6, Mtokozi Sitwala, number 7, accused 7, it's Maggie Peer, my lord. On 2 counts, my lord. Count number 1, the DPP has decided that they must be charged on the count of murder, in that upon or about the 26th day of October 2014 in Etoniye Boksbeck, in the sub-district of Eguruleni, the accused name I've just read into the record, my lord, who acted as perpetrators or accomplice or accessory after the fact, unlawfully and intentionally killed Senzo Meyiwa, an elder person, by shooting him. And count number 2, my lord, is defeating the ends of justice. In that, on or about the date and at or near the place mentioned in count 1, the accused did unlawfully and with intent to defeat or obstruct the cause of justice, commit an act to wit, accused number 1 to 6, they hatched a plan and informed the police that they were robbed at gunpoint by unknown persons. Accused 7, she cleaned the crime scene prior to the arrival of the police, which acts defeated or obstructed the administration of justice. My lord, as a result of the content contained in this document, it shows that there is a conflict of interest, but I cannot be able to make that submission before this court until I get a confirmation, my lord, from the author of this document before I continue with the cross-examination and any submissions further, my lord.
If this whole thing was executed at that time, the way I found ngakhona, based on what was revealed during our cross-examination, our witness statements, this case at least ngabe say somewhere manje. Ngabe we are somewhere with this trial, because the way bekwenzeka ngakhona khona no ekwenzeka ngakhona during the crime scene, lapha yana kwenzeka nje a mess, to be honest, kwenzeka a mess. But then what are we going to do? Because the wheels of justice are turning, but they are not turning fast enough for us to see people behind bars, except for the people who were framed for something that they didn't do. But then what can we say? Into is present wayona, and the people who have the power to make things happen, they are not doing anything about it. But then, yeah, as you can see and tell, our country is a joke, and the law in our country is a joke. And I wonder ukuthi kuthini kubo, like for instance, the people who know exactly for sure that they are the ones who messed up this case, kuthini kubo mababona izinto zenzeka ngale ndlela? How would they feel if it were them, including their family members? Say maybe Senzo was their family. How would they feel? Like how would they feel? Because sometimes we tend to understand this into when they hit home. Like for instance, if this murder that happened, like before Sloras yenzeka, say maybe endlini kaBhekicelo, that thing would have been solved long ago. If yenzeka endlini, say maybe yakaBaloyi or yaka Gininda, that thing would have been solved long ago. But because ayenzekanga khona and ayifaki bona, iyaba include nje, but then that is why usizoloko sibhizi se-round endaweni eyi-1, se-round endaweni eyi-1, wonke umuntu uvikela ilihlo lakhe and so I don't know what you have to say about that, but for me this thing doesn't make sense. Maningi ama-events enzeka during this trial, and if ungathi ngiyawalanda one by one, maningi kakhulu, to include them on one video, it would take the whole day laying them down one by one. It would take the whole day. Bese kwenziwa ama-interview by the people who were in the house, by interviewer in media, and then you get to respect. You know, there's this girl or these girls, their level of arrogance when it comes to this matter, is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. But then what can we say? It's all said and done, and dusted, so we are stuck with a case that is not going anywhere. And I don't think ukuthi ne judge nalo li prepared or li ready or li, but then that's me thinking ukuthi will he be able to hand down the judgment, or bazovele nje ba rush uyo deliver judgment on these guys that it's not yet proven ukuthi vele bebalaphayana but they are implicated. We don't know. We'll just see how this trial will go. Every day there's something that is discovered, but then when you look at it, it doesn't take us anywhere. Now let's check out this video. They make my blood boil, especially.
In the height of his career, Senzo Meyiwa's life was cut short. The Bafana Bafana captain was shot and killed on the 26th of October 2014 in Vosloorus in what looked like a botched robbery. He was in the company of his then-girlfriend Kelly Khumalo, her sister Zandile, and her boyfriend Longwe Twala, two of his friends, and Khumalo's mother. The Khumalo sisters maintain they want their day in court. You found out in your relationship that he was married. Why did you want to continue with it?
I did not continue. He dropped his relationship to be with me.
Your lawyer has also maintained that you want your day in court.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? My daughter's father was murdered, and nobody deserves that. My life has been in danger since day one of the murder. I was Kelly Khumalo before Senzo Meyiwa. I did not know who Senzo Meyiwa was until a friend of mine, Lucia Mtiane, explained to me who he was. Nobody knew who Senzo Meyiwa was until he was attached to the brand Kelly Khumalo. So, really, really.
Namangiphuma from endlini ngiyofuna usizo kaMaphiri. Ngithe mangibuya kaMaphiri already uKelly nomthobo bebebambisana with some of the guys from next door. Bebebambisana uSenzo bemfaka emotweni emuva. I just jumped in there and ngalekelela nami in any way that I could. I was the one sitting noSenzo emuva, putting pressure on the wound leading to the hospital. Even on our way to the hospital, I could feel ukuthi uyaqala uyabanda from enyaweni going up because I was holding him here. Futhi bengiphakamise ngisho iskipa isifakile, so I could feel his stomach all the way. I was busy talking to him all the way, trying to keep him alive. But unfortunately.
Let's talk to your detractors, people that think you and everyone in that house is guilty. What do you say to them?
We are not guilty until proven guilty. So if no one will come forward and say, yes, and nakhona, I will die defending myself, but I was not the person to pull the trigger. Singenelwe. We were very happy.
As their trial unfolds in the North Gauteng High Court, the 5 men accused maintain their innocence and claim they're being framed.
Ayike asibambe nje khona la sisazobuya futhi namanye ama videos check ukuthi yini futhi esingayenza ukuzama nathi ukusiza. There's nothing much we can do but at least to, and I just hope ukuthi since uSifiso Meyiwa seka started that podcast engathi ingaphusha naye ngendlela aphusha ngayo ugcine kube khona something ezosiza ukuthi at least this whole thing ifike ekugcineni. So from me to you, I'm gonna end this video right now, and I would like to say thank you for watching this video up to this far, and thank you for taking your time to look into what we are doing here. And from me to you right now, I'm signing out and I'm saying peace till we meet again on the next upload. sit tight and be safe, as since njengoba kuzu-December nje, be safe guys. It's rough la ngaphandle, it's rough. Just be safe. See you next time on the next upload. Me to you, I'm signing out. Peace.